Hey, 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 what's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, we have got a special camper for you. A lot of you guys have asked for 2-bedroom RVs, and this is Montana's edition. This is the 2025 Montana 3950 TB, and it's gonna have 2 full baths, 2 full bedrooms, a loft, a nice little horseshoe style kitchen with kind of like a rear den setup before you get to the second bedroom here in the back. But pretty darn nice. And if you guys know Montana, you know this has been around for a very long time because they build a quality product. Now there is the Montana, and then if you don't want to spend the Montana money, there is a high country there as well, which I don't know if they have a 2-bedroom, but regardless, what you're going to get in the upgraded version is things like your 6-point hydraulic auto leveling. You also notice that it is a full profile, but you're going to get a much more residential feel on the inside of the unit. But all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will be down in the description, along with a link where you can access some pricing. Today I'm down at Keystone RV where they laid out 35 different models for me. And this one right here is going to be heading to one of the Funtown lots. So pretty darn good place to get looking for some RVs. Heading down there next month to do some videos with them. So I definitely encourage you to check those folks out. But again, it's the 2025 Montana 3915 TB. And right off the bat, you have the badge of the 4-season living. So it's going to have, added insulation into the floor and the roof. You have 2-inch thick sidewalls with aluminum frame construction. You're also going to get things like tank heaters. But I'll tell you, more suitable to stick around in during that colder climate and the warmer climate. A lot of people that buy this, live in these while they're going from job site to job site. Like I've sold a ton of campers in general to people like pipeliners and traveling nurses, things of that nature. But I love the way that this looks. It is light, bright, and beautiful here in the kitchen with upgraded countertops in the Montana. So it's going to be a nice little finish with kind of that like the beveled edge. It just adds like a little bit of extra, nice little extra kiss to it. Real wood for the cabinetry. And then as you get away from the kitchen, it adds a little bit of separation as it gets just a little bit darker there for the fascia or for the valance or whatever the heck they call that. Fascia, I think is right. But man, how good looking is this? Accent lighting will actually go all the way up to the bedroom door. I mean, look at that. That's already good looking right there. From the bedroom door all the way down to the top of the loft, and that's going to be on both sides, so pretty darn cool. Now this one in particular has dual opposing slides here out in this kind of open area, but this one in particular has the 12-volt refrigerator. You can get it with a residential style refrigerator as well, so this would be more for like if you're traveling around, maybe someone that's doing the occasional boondock and they'll run off of the your solar, battery, kind of things of that nature. Then the residential is going to be like, one inside your home where you want, some 50 amp hookups. But I mean, enough room, for a week's worth of food, absolutely no problem. You got like the same space as the one, inside my home. And then the freezer section is pretty darn large as well. And you notice it does have an ice maker with 2 different kind of trays right there. And then you have the perforated center portion that you can remove and take out. But what do you guys think about the decor? Drop some comments. Let me know what you think. And, if you ever have any ideas for what you can do to change this up or what's your favorite part, drop it out in the comments, because now as the channel starts growing, these manufacturers are really starting to look at these videos, and we can, kind of work together on that, if that makes sense. Really nice size pantry. Notice how you have the magnetic clip with the copper tab just to make things a little bit easier for you when you're driving like a madman or madwoman. It's also going to be soft close there too as well, so it kind of mitigates some of the clanging and banging. Now right over here as we move down the slide, you'll notice it's kind of hard to even tell where the slide ends and the floor begins, because the decor team did such a good job with meshing the linoleum there, or the vinyl, or whatever the heck you want to call it. I'm blanking out right now. I've been talking all day. I mean, look at that long line of campers. I'm getting every single one of them done, baby. 35 units. Now this is your table. It's got a 4-seater. I have the extension pulled out, so you can push that in if you just want a little bit less, a little bit more walking room here. But table for 4 to have some breakfast, play some cards, whoop up on your neighbors in some euchre. I like the fact that you get the actual wood around the windowsill here as well. Opens up for a good breeze on both sides, but it's also got the ones that are built into the frame with the half Dracula mode and then the full Drac. So you notice there's 3 different shades in this one window. And what's nice about these is on the blackout portion, on the other side, there's actually a thermofoil, so it'll help reflect some of that sun out if you want to get, keep some of the heat out during those hotter months. As we flip it around, you have a slide with an enormous head height. You're probably looking at about, I mean, that might even be over 7 feet, but I'm going to say probably about 7 foot. Pretty darn snazzy to have that. You're also going to get your overhead cabinetry, massive windows with all the shades drawn down in the Dracula mode, and then your trifold sofa is going to come out, and it's going to make a queen size bed. So you have a ton of sleeping. 2 bedrooms, the loft, and now you got the pull-out bed. But you also have the recliners, and if you're not familiar with these, they are on the quick recline, so they lay back relatively flat there for you. And if I am not taking one of the beds, this is probably where I'm sleeping, over the trifold, because the mattress on that isn't all that comfortable. This is actually a pretty darn comfortable recliner. But you're also going to get, a couple different modes here. USB, obviously straight up. You can change like lumbar support and your headrest going back. You can also set it into different modes so it can kind of remember who you are, which is kind of cool. 2 cup holders for some cans of apple juice and a place to put, a book and remotes. And it's also going to be directly across from your TV, which is going to be a 50-inch smart TV. So play your Netflixes, your YouTubes, get the game on, do what you got to do there. JBL speakers, and here's going to be the control for it. So you got A, B, and C. That's inside, outside, and both sides. Inside, outside, so you can rock on both sides. I think that's what I normally say, something like that. In a flame fireplace with 4 different color modes, so you can kind of set the mood with honey buns right, however you would prefer there. But it'll put out enough heat to heat the entirety of this area on a pretty chilly day like today, where it's about 45 degrees out or so. That would really be all the heat that you need. So right here, you can move, I'm not sure why you'd ever really put it in front of the door, but you can slide this whichever way that you want, which I think is pretty cool to have it on the rollers regardless. But look at that nice little loft setup right there. I mean, that would be great for storage, the grandkids. Heck, since you got the 2 beds, probably the least favorite kids right up there. Emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry if you ever need to. A place for a TV, some storage, and of course another window. The control for the AC will be right here, and I believe this unit has 3 on it. Probably comes standard with 2, but this one's got 3. And then you have a drop frame heading back into your bedroom. So you have a queen bed up here. I believe you have a king bed, king slide bed up in the front. But just a really nice kind of ensuite. Honestly, I think if I own this camper, I might make this the master because you have your separate own bath back here connected to the room, which is pretty cool. 2 different reading lights, which I have one on, one off, so you can kind of get a feel there. And then, of course, you got your windows. And then you have flip-up counters. So this is in the up position. That is in the down position. Obviously, you see some outlets here. And then as you move around, you do have plenty of storage. That'll be the same both left and right, so you get some good hanging clothes. You're also going to get some good kind of like cubby area, and that continues down there. And then 4 pull-out drawers with the brushed nickel finish to it. You also have an emergency exit, so pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry. 32-inch smart TV up there, so again, hook up to the internet. I also like how it's pitched down on an angle, just kind of doing the extra mile. And then under the bed, it's really nice and clean cut. Your hands-free with the strut system, which, babe, if you're watching, I love you. And then you put it down. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but both these windows tinted and open up, so that way you can get a nice little breeze on a nice little fall or spring day. Little window up there for some natural lighting, and a pretty darn large shower for a second shower. Usually these kind of go forgotten, so I'm kind of glad to see that. I mean, I'm a bigger guy, 6 foot, 300 pounds, so usually these second showers kind of suck for me. But, this one is good. You can, do some showering. You can stand both ways. Us roundies will appreciate that, but you also got a good place, for maybe some like soaps or shampoos. Little latches down there. I'm not sure what you put on that, but maybe like hike your leg up to do some shaving. Now, the only thing I thought was kind of weird is, I don't know, it feels kind of weird that the mirror is right there, because the heck you gonna use it? You gotta like lean over. Check out the old left-handed bowling gun, baby. So I'd probably like to see the mirror like over there. I don't know, that's just kind of goofy to me, but whatever. Stainless steel bowl. You also got some storage, and then again, real wood for the cabinetry. And then you got the old porcelain throne. and some storage and access to your plumbing there too as well. Now sitting down, it is in an okay position, but your shoulder is kind of pressing up right there. But I'll tell you what, you're absolutely getting suitable. I'd probably spin a little bit. Probably like to angle the toilet like that. I think it would just be perfect. Separate entrance, so if you want to sit down, do your thing, and play friendly neighbor, you're more than able to do so. But now let's head up into the bathroom, the old bedroom-a-rooney, and we'll get this tour a cradle-lackin'. I mean, look at that. Oh, that's kind of nice. Accidentally ran into that. There's a magnetic latch right there, so that way you don't have to worry about the wind closing it. That's pretty cool. I mean, look at this. What a nice looking view. That could be a thumbnail. Put my noggin in the bottom right. Say something like, oh my gosh, 2 bedrooms. Really draw you in. Oh my gosh, I didn't go over the kitchen yet. Okay, so accent lighting over here. Again, the solid surface countertops with the kind of beveled finish there. But you got that new TikTok style sink where you got yourself a little cup cleaner, soap dispenser, and then whether you go left or right here, the on and off's right there. But it'll either put it out of the waterfall, or the sink, hitting those dishes from all angles. But you got kind of your wet and dry zone, and then of course you do have, just kind of I like how this is off center too. That's not the case in all of them. Now as you flip it around, if you need a place to plug in like a Keurig, you got the little power tower that comes out. You're also going to have, again, some storage, clean cut, access to plumbing, an oven big enough for a chicken, so a little bit better than normal. And then you got the 3 stovetop burner to whip up all the fixins. And then you're also going to get a convection microwave as well, so that way you can get a cooking. It's got snack mode. So I don't know too much about the lithium batteries, so you might want to do a little research on that, but it's got them. But I don't want to overspeak. The only thing that I liked about them is when I was recording videos on them, they seem to really hold their power like all the way down until the end. But other than that, I don't have any experience, camping with them. But I do like the fact that it's even power the entire time, because sometimes I'm up on these campers, and as the batteries are dying out, like if I'm on a lot, it'll actually start like dimming the lights even though the battery's not dead, and that kind of, that's a bummer. 4 slide out controls right here. You also have all your different lighting controls. Your water heater control will be right here. And then this is going to be for your tank heater, so part of that 4-season package. Basically, little heating pads that get on the bottom of your tanks, so that way your stuff doesn't freeze. There's where you can check all your tank levels. And then, I don't think I opened that up yet. Although I've been talking to myself for like 6 hours, so I'm starting to get a little loopy. Fuse box right here. Control for the max air fan, which is going to be just above your cooking area, so suck out the old steam or stink from whatever you're cooking. And then you have a ceiling fan in there too as well. You're going to have the floating steps in this model, so throw some shoes under there, or if you're bringing like a cat, it'd be a great place to do the kitty litter, I suppose. And then you got a, helps you up here. Love that closet. I can't wait. I'll show you that here in just a second. Dual entry into the bathroom, and it's on the Tri-Glide glass series, but let me open it up to this way. The only people that are opening up the other way are super flat bellies. You got the LEDs right here, 1-piece fiberglass shell with the wavy finish, looking sharp. I also like the fact you get a teak seat. You can sit down, let that hot water hit you. I'm 6 feet tall, so you're probably looking at like 6'1" to right here. And then you're looking at probably 6'5" into here, so really suitable for, some of you taller folks out there. 4 ports where water spits out. Let's put it like that. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, that looks better on the camera. Okay, so you got this, bada bing, bada boom. And then, of course, you got your little wand right there. You're going to have another mirror for another gun. You also got a stainless steel bowl right there. And then you have your access to your plumbing. And then a second porcelain foot flush throne. And this one actually is on the angle. I like it. I like it a lot. It works out just fine. So that back bathroom's a little bit bigger, but this one's more functional. They use the space a little bit better on this one. So king bed here on the slide, and that's going to be something that you're going to keep seeing in the Montanas. Flip up countertop over here on the side, so if you got to use you know, your CPAPs or whatever. You got a place for it. And then you have some storage there up underneath, and notice it is hands-free again on that strut system. The backdrop looks nice. I like kind of the different decor you got there. The two reading lights that you can kind of move around. And then you got window that opens, Dracula shades, third AC. Those Coleman Machs, if you're not familiar, a little bit more of a residential. They actually have a filter that's in there. Another 32-inch smart TV, another window, and then you got a little secret storage here above the dresser. And I actually, most of the brands that have that is just an open space. I love that they separated this out, so, you know, we could put like a, you know, watch, or my wife's little jewelry. She'd probably be the one using all that, but I'd put probably like a gun right there, and then all of her stuff would be, you know, the rest. 4 pullouts, soft close. And then let me actually close this, because how freaking neat is that? So the doors themselves, without locking it into place, they're on the trifold, so you get some really good closet space for hanging items. But you also get this nice little center area. But I mean, look at how that opens up. Really nice and compact and gets out of the way. Pretty darn neat. So you got shelving, outlets, hamper, 4 pull-out drawers, and then of course you have washer and dryer prep as well. Pretty darn neat. But all right, guys, drop some comments. Let me know what you think. Say hello and help me keep getting invited to cool stuff just like this. But again, this is the 2025 Montana 3915 TB. Pretty darn snazzy unit, that's for sure. And in case you missed it the first time around, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will be down in the description, along with a link for that pricing. So again, here we are on the outside. You're going to get 2 exterior awnings with the LED lights. They're also going to be the Solera 3000, so that'll work off of your, you know, your solar. I believe you got 220 watts up top. That can be expandable up to 450 if memory serves me right. But you're going to get the square style frameless windows instead of the framed in, so a little bit more of a sleeker look to it. You also have an upgraded pin box here up front, the road armor. Basically, it helps take out some of that chucking and bucking, you know, when you're driving down the road. It kind of absorbs some of that. The front cap is going to be molded fiberglass front cap, just looking super nice in general. I like the Ember glow lights to help you when you're kind of, you know, parking up here. In case I didn't mention, here on the outside, you got the hydraulic 6-point auto leveling. And then you're also going to get a drop frame here up in the front, which is what allows you to have this absolutely massive pass-through storage with access to some of your maintenance items. The back end of the central vac, you know, key TV, which if you're not familiar with that, basically, you know, you plug it in, you can play it on all the TVs. 20-pound propane tanks. You also have a 25-pound wind-resistant, 25-mile-per-hour wind-resistant door with a screen, the steps that flip up into the doorway, and the extra long safety rail is what they call it. So basically, you just push in, collapse against the wall, or pull out, and now you got a little help, little addition, little extra oomph as you're heading back in. LP Quick Connect will be located right under here, along with a spare tire. Give you a little look here at that campsite awning. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, look at all that. All of these, baby. Sitting here left alone in a warehouse for 3 straight days. Gonna knock out 35 of these bad boys and hopefully not freeze my giblets off in the winter, because you put in the work just before. I just need to get through to like the Tampa show, somewhere really nice and warm. I am heading down to Funtown in about a month, and well, about 3 weeks actually, 2 weeks, damn, to record down there, because obviously it's Texas, it's warm. You got a beautiful campground. Did it last year, good experience there. Plus they got this, well anyway. So you have a ladder to get on top of your fully walkable roof where you can check your seals, check your slides. Obviously you got your second entrance. These slides are also eligible for a slide topper if you would like, which will be a piece of awning that goes from here to here that prevents debris from falling on top of your unit. All of the slides also are going to be triple sealed. So if you imagine like a branch, heck, I even have a hard time getting my finger in there. Hell, well, that's a good thing. Basically, there's another seal behind that, and I wanted to show it to you, but it's harder than Credola to get in there. Here's going to be where you're going to plug in the unit. You also have your sewer outlet connection right there. Another one right here. You're going to have access to your gray tank, I would imagine. Yeah, yeah. So there are your different valves for your dump stations. And then you're going to have your docking station. So your winterization, city water connection, black tank, flush 1 and 2. So that's going to be a sprinkler system there for your poop tank. And then you open that up and you're back on over to, the other side, your pass-through storage. Right there's going to be a water filter system. Another propane tank behind this door. And then, of course, you have your auto leveling connection there too as well. Let's see if these are unlocked here. They sure are. Your battery disconnect and your hydraulics along with your inverter. That one is locked, but it's the same entrance right through there, but just basically storage. You got the little cutout if you ever want to add a generator. Makes life a little bit easier for you. But all right, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, my name is Hunter, and this is the 2025 Montana 3915 TB, baby. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope to see you next time. See you. Meow 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 meow.